Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our spring Higan service. Special welcome to all of you attending in person, those of you out in Zoom, and also those who are joining us for the first time. Special welcome to you. We will begin the service with the ringing of the kansho, followed by sambujo, hyobyakumon, and then the chanting of sambutsuge.
Tsunamanda, 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 Tsunamanda. On this occasion of the West Los Angeles Buddhist Temple's annual observance of Spring Ohigan Dharma service, we are gathered here to express our gratitude and appreciation to Amida Buddha for awakening us to boundless wisdom and compassion of the Buddha. During the Ohigan, when the hours of the day and night are equal, the sun symbolically rises in the east and sets in the west toward the direction of Amida Buddha's Pure Land. On this morning, we gathered here at our temple to hear the teaching of Amida Buddha's primal vow as clarified and transmitted to us by Shinran Shonin, and resolve the matter of the great importance of our afterlife. Let us deeply entrust ourselves to Amida Buddha and recite the name of the Buddha as the expression of our gratitude and appreciation to the Buddha's benevolence for settling our birth in the Pure Land. I, Shak Koho, so humbly recite the name of the Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namman Dautsu, Namo. 敬って大時大悲の阿弥陀如来の尊殿に申して申さく、それおもん見れば浄土を御する友柄は、春けき者よりこの方、春秋の彼岸にあたって夕日の沈む西の彼方に、涅槃寂静の浄土を望み、生じの帰するところに思いをいたせり、伝道大師曰く、その日、東より出て、西に没す。阿弥陀仏の仏国土は日没のところにあたりて、直祭軸満の説を聴かすと、我ら今幸いに、宗祖親鸞上人の化道によって、弥陀の具勢を問診し、現象には本願念仏をもって生くるよ姿し、当来には安寧の浄土に生まれて、発祥の上楽を昇仙とす。本日ここに西羅浮仏教会春季彼岸会にあたり、うやうやしく仏殿を称言し、年がらに商業を独自して広大の仏塔を写し祭らん、敬って申す、ナマンダウツ、ナンマンダウツ。おげぎぎいじむごくにょでんみょむよとしゃ日月まに修行縁女開室音平有脈十目如来用下調整無理小学大用コル実法開門精進三昧智慧意徳無量修正慶宇人体前年小仏崩壊愚人人の語外体無明欲無生尊読無人の死死人徳無量空君古代死へ人名公明一祖真の大戦願浅む大正法 下脱不正上位会に精進尿で三昧知恵以上五世特物尿死が一切空空イサダイアンケシウブ百千億万無量大小修行五弱用一切死と小物不尿具道検証不脈非尿五者仏世界部不影無種節道光明失笑変死小国尿で精進異人難量量がサブ国土第一五種奇妙尿超絶国尿内容二無とそがと愛民一切実法来所心熱症状意図が国経絡安穏鉱物神妙手が師匠発願の日力少々欲実法生存知恵無下上領子孫知が信用軽量死死食毒中家業精進忍術不敬ナマンダブナマンダブナマ Namanna, it's namanna, it's namanna, it's namanna, it's namanna, it's namanna, it's namanna.
Now it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this morning, Reverend Yukiko Motoyoshi. Reverend Motoyoshi was born in Tokyo, Japan. She is the eldest daughter of the late Reverend Sachihiro Hide Motoyoshi and Mrs. Sonoe Motoyoshi. She attended and graduated from Kau High School in Hawaii, the University of Hawaii with a BA in Liberal Studies, and the University of Wisconsin-Madison with a MA in Buddhist Studies. She also attended Ryukoku University from 1977 to 78 and Gyoshin Kyoko from 1981 to 82. Her temple assignments included the following: Hilo Betsuin from 1978 to 81 and 1983 to 1985. Mililani Honganji from 1985 to 90, Lihue Honganji from 1990 to 2004, Honpa Hawaii Betsuin from 2004 to 2011, and the Buddhist Church of Stockton in 2011. And after serving 42 years, Reverend Motoyoshi retired on June 20th, 2020. Now I'd like to introduce Reverend Motoyoshi, who will give the Dharma talk this morning.
Good morning. Could you please join me in Gassho? The person burdened with extreme evil should simply say the name. Although I too am within Amida's grasp, passion obstructs my eyes and I cannot see the light. Nevertheless, great compassion is untiring and illuminates me always. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Good morning again. I was asked to speak both Japanese and English. I would like to start with the Japanese sermons. So for those who do not understand Japanese, pretend like you're listening and understanding, or it's a good time for you to reflect on yourself or service that you're attending, or you may sleep. That would be a compliment to my voice. So please allow me to speak in Japanese first. おはようございます。今朝は、西ラフベツ ごめんなさい、名前が出てこない。西ラフ寺院ですか、仏教会の春のお彼岸にお招きいただきましてありがとうございます。お彼岸の法要は日本独特の法要でありまして、春と秋、お彼岸の日、つまり朝と昼の時間が同じになる、暑くもない寒くもない最高の日に、日頃の自らの怠慢を反省して、仏道怠慢を反省して仏道精進の機会としての法要を務めるわけですけれども、of course、もちろん僧侶は今朝高田先生と梅津先生がされましたように法要を務めます、法義しますし、しかし在家の方はお寺にお参りし、法要に参加し、ご法話を聞き、そして墓参りをするというのが彼岸の習俗習いですね。日本では彼岸の季節は大体の人がお墓参りをいたします。亡くなった親族、亡くなった先祖に感謝の意を示すわけなんですけれども、私がまだ若かった頃、父にどうして仏教は死にまつわることしかしないんだ。父の答えはですね、その時の答えは、その人の誕生ではなくて、その人の誕生から死ぬまでのすべてのその人の人生を振り返り、その人生がこの我が身にどれだけ支えてくれた、その演技によって支えられて生きている私のことを振り返る。だから死ということの時に法要をするんだという。そしてその時同時に我が身の人生を考えさせていただくのだっていうのが父の答えでしたけど、その時は OKOK と言ってあんまり気にしてなかったんですけども、その時に考えてたのがちょうどお彼岸の頃に出る日本の和菓子なんです。おはぎという言葉ご存知ですか？春に出るのがぼた餅、秋にお彼岸に出るのがおはぎなんですけど、私あんまり甘いの好きじゃないんですけど、もち米が好きなんですよ。だからおはぎ、ぼた餅が甘いのは嫌いでも大好きでしたね。でそのおはぎ、ぼた餅にまつわる話を少しさせていただいて、それから彼岸に結びさせていただきます。私の母はハワイ生まれですけれども、小さい時にそのすぐ下の妹と共に山口岩国の近くですけど、そこに祖父母がいますので、そこに帰されたんですけれども母がちょうど8歳、うちのその三江おばは5歳でした。それからずっとおばの場合は日本にいたんですけれども、ちょうど私が日本に帰りまして開教師になる仕事をしている時、ずっと会ってないからと山口まで行ってこのおばに会いに行ったんですね。するとおばは本当に喜んでくれまして、来るの分かってるからお彼岸の日だしおはぎを作ったのよって。嬉しかったですね。おはぎもうそのお店で買ったではない手作りのおはぎをいただける。この三つ私のおばは一人で生きていかないといけないということで学校に行って先生になる教育を受けまして、家政科、ここでいうホームエコノミクスですね、その先生をやっておりました。おばはお花もやる、お茶もやる、琴も弾く、もちろん料理は上手でした。小さい時おばが作ったサラダを食べたんですけど、こんなおいしいもの食べたことがないと思ったほど上手でしたね。それでおばのおはぎ食べられると嬉しかったですね。そしたらおばがね、私はねもう年取ってあんまり上手にできないんだけど、私がゆうこちゃんのために作ったのよって出してくれた。 まあ喜んでもう食べましたね。おいしいお茶も入れていただいて、こんなにまずいおはぎは食べたことありませんでした。まずかったです。あんなに料理が上手だったおばがどうしたんだろうと。私が若かった頃、このおばは私の母の料理をよくけなしてましたね。あんたどうしてそんなに料理が下手なのって。ところがその頃、私の母の料理は美味しかったですね。ばら寿司にしろ、酢の物にしろ、おはぎも時々作ってくれましたけど、おばが作ったおはぎよりよっぽど美味しかったです。どうしてこんなに差ができたんだろうと考えた時、おばは一人で自分の一人のためしか作ってなかった。ところが母は夫、娘2人、そして開教師の妻ですから、法要があるごとにおときをね手伝ったり、またゲストスピーカーのためにお料理を作って、人のためにおいしいものを食べさせたいということで、少しずつ上手になっていったんだと思います。20年30年かかってこの差にびっくりしましたね。それを思った時、この私もいろんな人と会う、いろんな人と接する、いろんな状態に会うことによって変わっていくんだなと思いました。このお彼岸、まさにそれだと思いますね。亡くなった方の人生、すべての人生を振り返り、あの人生があったから今の私があるんだなということを考えさせていただくのが、この春のお彼岸の大切な意味だと思います。このお彼岸にあたり、自らの存在を再び振り返り感謝すると同時に、この尊い命も無常の世界に生きているんだよということを再び考えさせていただき、一瞬一瞬を大切に生かさせていただきたいものです。つまり仏教の教え、仏様の教えを聞き、自分なりに一生懸命大切に、またこの一瞬も生きていく。これがお彼岸の意味だと私は思います。Okay, thank you for listening. I'll switch to English so you can wake up. Now, as I said in Japanese, Higan is a very unique to Japanese Buddhism. I think only Japanese Buddhism observe this Higan service. As you know, as the Reverend Takata was saying in his Hyobakumon, we have two Higan service, one in spring, one in fall. This is the time that it's ideal. I'm not sure this year though. It's kind of cold, isn't it? We have a lot of rain. I came from Stockton. This morning I got Stockton's warning. San Joaquin River is ready to flood, so the evacuation order was issued. And I said, why? I'm living in California for 12 years and I have never seen this kind of weather. But usually, the time of the equinox is not too cold, not too hot. It's an ideal time for us to reflect many things. First of all, our life. And then usually in Japan, we go to our gravesites and extend our appreciation for those departed loved one or the ancestor. Because of their life, because of they're here, because the way they interacted my life, I am here, I am what I am. That's the important meaning of the Higan service. I just said in the Japanese too, we are able to be here and we are what we are because of other people. You all went through the pandemic, right? 2020, that was March. I was still in Stockton, and then members said, Sensei, we got to close down the temple. I said, oh, okay. I thought it was only a week, maybe 1 month, and maybe a couple months. I never, ever imagined that pandemic lasts this long. But meanwhile, I retired, and in June 30th, 2020. And I moved to a house in Stockton with my mother. My mother was then She died last year at the age of, last year だっけ? ごめん, 2 years before. See, pandemic does to you. You kind of lose the sense of time. But anyway, so I moved in with my mother to a house, pandemic. Because my mother is very advanced age, I didn't want her to get COVID. So I refused for her to go out. So everything have to be brought in. So I learned how to do the online ordering now. And even the grocery shop, I didn't have to go. I just do the online, what I want, how much, how many, I want, and they all delivered. That's how I survived pandemic. Everything was delivered to me. But for me to survive with my mother in the house, somebody had to deliver. Somebody had to work in behind the scene. Producing, transporting the good, and then put it in the store, and those people working a computer to make sure that I get what I needed. So many people, I didn't see them, but because of them, I was able to survive this very difficult time. I think you all did that too. We are here today and we're seeing each other, wonderful, even in person or on Zoom. My goodness, we survived. Well, we still have a little more to go, I'm pretty sure, but we survived because of other people. And because of pandemic, I think the way we look at things certainly changed. I am what I am. I am who I am. I am how I am. Because of others. I did not create this existence. I did not live by myself. Not only people or things. Pandemic, but I still had the air to breathe. I still had the water to drink. I still have this body, the blood goes through. And I had the house to shelter me from the rain and cold weather, hot heat and whatnot. I am here and I am what I am, again, because of them. Visiting and remembering those loved ones who passed away give us the opportunity to reflect on such life. Teaching of the Buddha is exactly enable us to see this. Let me give you another example. When I was in Hawaii, we do have a Buddhist Studies Center very close to University of Hawaii. So they trying to interact often. And one time there was activity. I'm too old, I don't remember what was it, but I remember they invited me to lunch. That's all I remember, was a good lunch. But anyway, there was a time for Christian professor from University of Hawaii, and there was not a professor, but a staff from Ryukoku University. For those who are not familiar with the Ryukoku University, it is a university run by our denomination in Kyoto, Japan. It is one of the oldest universities in Japan. But anyway, so we went to a Chinese restaurant. Chinese has a big table, and we all sat there. And because I speak both language, I was placed between the Christian professor and the staff from Ryukoku University who only speak Japanese. But anyway, those Christian professors were so cordial, so kind, and he trying to carry the conversation with the Ryukoku University staff. And at one time, I remember that during the lunch, he said, Christianity and Buddhism are alike. We have this wonderful, delicious food. We both thank the Buddha and God for providing this wonderful food that we can enjoy. Sounds kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And the Ryukoku staff said, well, we are not exactly thanking the Buddha for providing the food. We actually thanking the Buddha with his wisdom, enabling me to appreciate this food possible because of the sacrifices of all people and all things. For that, we thank the Buddha, enabling him to give me that wisdom. Do you see the difference? I knew it when the staff mentioned it. Oh, how true. Buddha does not give you wealth. Buddha does not give you, I came to California, one thing I was surprised, but boy, we have a casino all over, isn't it? In Hawaii, gamble is prohibited. I think even though bingo is not allowed, in not even church. No, as long as you play the bingo, if you don't pay, that's okay, but gambling is prohibited. And I came to Hawaii, at the church they have a bingo. Oh, I said, oh my goodness, cash transaction. And practically in every town, there's a casino. I said, oh my goodness, it's so different. But anyway, I lost the thing. What was I going to say? I am so sorry. I have a little senior moment. Let me go back. Let me just erase the casino part, okay? I am so sorry. I wrote it. I think I went off the subject. Anyway, that's a wisdom that Amida Buddha gave us to realize how fortunate we are. I was kind of mentioning to Umezu Sensei yesterday, but when we eat at the meal, we usually put our hand together, and then we say in Japanese, itadakimasu, isn't it? Itadaki means top or peak of the mountain. Itadakimasu is with the utmost gratitude and respect, I shall receive this food. That's what it means. Okay? And after we eat, we put our hand together in gassho and say, Gochisou sama deshita, or Gochisou sama. And from the birth, I was told my father to do that. We cannot eat until we say itadakimasu, and we cannot leave the table until we say Gochisou sama. Gochisou sama is so, I'm always amazed the word the Japanese use. Go, no meaning, means honorific type things. When you say, instead of ka-san or oto-san, you put the o, means honorable father. That's what go means. Chi-so, and then Gochisou-san or sama, again, it's honorific title. See? So honorable, next one means running with a horse or vehicle. So means running with your own foot. Honorable, run. Honorable, that's what it means. Gochisou-sama means that for me to enjoy this food, people ran around with a car, ran around with the horses, or some people just ran out in the kitchen or whatever, provide the food. Because of their effort, I was able to enjoy. That kind of appreciation, Buddha teach us, or Buddha gave us the wisdom. For that, we are thankful. That's what Ryukoku University staff was saying. And I really, really appreciated that. He reminded me of why I'm a Buddhist and why I enjoy this teaching. Now, so that's the meaning of the Higan. But added to that, we also reflect on the impermanent nature of myself. I'm old and I'm not the kind of the Netflix person. So once in a great while, I will go to see the movie or on the TVs, the old movies. Maybe for those who are old, remember the movie called Beach. This is about the two girls. I watched it because Bette Midler was acting there on that movie, and she's from Hawaii, from Roosevelt High School, so I watched it. That was very interesting. There's two young girls met on beach, from totally different environment. One is from, the blue collar labor home, and one is from very high upper class household. But they met and they became a friend. And so this movie about the friendship of these two girls, I won't talk in detail. But anyway, they went to separate way, and then she became the girl from the blue collar. She became a singer, and the girl from the upper class got married and had a daughter. Of course, she got divorced, but she became ill. She had a cancer. Now she knew that her life is very limited. Now she worried about her daughter. What am I going to do? I need somebody to take care of this daughter. And then she thought about her friend. She trusted her and she respected her. So she asked her old friend to come to the beach and then, kind of get to know her daughter, and eventually she take care of the daughter. Now she came, and then she started playing with the daughter, at beach and having fun, running around. And so the mother, who was dying, got angry or frustrated. So she started really bickering to the old friend. And then the friend said, I like this part, got angry. And she said, you're not dead yet. You haven't lived. I like that part. We're all going to die, isn't it? One time Shakyamuni Buddha was asked, Master, what is the solution to avoid the death? And Shakyamuni Buddha said, it's very simple. You can avoid the death. You can permanently not having the death. She said, not to be born. Once we receive the birth in this world, impermanent is inevitable. Death, we cannot avoid it. We're all going to die. We don't know when we're going to die, but we are going to die. But we're not dead yet. We are here. You're breathing. Your blood is going through your body. That's what's saying. You are not dead. We're going to die, but aren't you living this moment? I love that movie. I love that thing. Always, I have to reflect on myself. Monku, in Japanese, monku means complain, too hot, I'm too old. Why my eyes thing is sagging? Why my stomach is coming out? Monku, monku, monku. I'm not living that moment. I'm going to die eventually, but I'm not dead yet. This moment may not be there for me in next moment. That's impermanence, whether we like it or not. We will die. If we are lucky, we get old and enjoy. I don't have a grandchildren, but a lot of you have a grandchildren. Enjoy your children growing up, enjoy the grandchildren, and then eventually we die. I hope we all have that luxury. But here, right now, we are not dead yet. At Higan service, we do reflect on two things. We reflect on our life, supported, sustained by many people and many things, how wonderful and how grateful we should be. And this given moment, it's not guaranteed for us. Therefore, we should not waste this moment. We should live fully and meaningfully as much as possible. the best way we can. But I have to confess, I've been wearing this robe for many, many years. I got the ordination 1977. Boy, that's a long, long time ago. Am I always be mindful of Amida Buddha? I am not. But when I wear robes, stand in front of the Buddha, chanting sutra, or, in our Butsudan family altar, I go, I try to reflect. But a lot of time driving, and somebody cut in, I get, darn it! Who gave you right to do that? I go make sure that person not gonna get out, or not gonna let them in. How shameful! How embarrassing! That's why we have so many services. That's why when somebody die, gotta go through the Makura Gyo, the funeral service, the lay mighty for 49-day service, 100 days maybe, 1st, 3rd, 7th, 13th, 17th, 25th, 33rd, and 50th. Those are special memorial service. We have a short ski. And then we have a Eitai Kyo, we have a Bon service, and the Higan. Boy, Buddhism has so many services related to the death. Every single service that I mentioned is for me to listen to the Buddha and reflect on my life, because I am a person of constantly forget how wonderful that I'm always embraced by the Amida Buddha and trying to give me or trying to bestow on me a wisdom to see what my life is, how my life is. That's the meaning of the Higan that we are observing today. I hope together we put our hand together in Gassho and reflect on ourselves and the teaching or the Dharma, compassion of the Buddha for giving us reflection and wisdom and strength to do so. May I ask all of you to put your hand together in Gassho and then recite the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.
Sensei, for your Dharma message today. And let's all take a deep breath and be grateful we're alive today. Next, we will have the reading of Ryogemon.
Please join me with palms together, Gassho, as we read Ryogemon, words of understanding of our tradition. We rely upon Amida Buddha with our whole heart for the enlightenment in the life to come, abstaining from all sundry practices and teachings, and giving up the trust in our imperfect view. There is no doubt that the assurance of enlightenment comes at the very moment we entrust and we recite the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, in joy and gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. We also acknowledge gratefully the benign benevolence of our founder and succeeding masters who have led us to live in this profound teaching, and we do now endeavor to follow throughout our lives the way laid down for us. Ryoge Shutsugon. Moro moro no zogyo zashu jiriki no kokoro o furistete. Ishi ni Amida nyorai, warera ga kondo no ichidaiji no gosho, on tasuke sorai to tanomi moshite soro. Tanomu ichine no toki, ojo ichijo on tasuke jijo tozonji. この上の称名はご恩報者ご存じ、喜び申し候。この恩断り、弔問申し分け候こと、ご解散承認ご出世の言、次第僧正の前時式の朝からざるご関係のご恩と、ありがたく存じ候。この上は定めを課せられる恩をきて、 一語限り守り申すべく候。Namandab, Namandab, 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 Namandab.
Okay, now for announcements. On April the 9th at 10 o'clock, we will be having our Hanamatsuri Dharma service, which is the birth of Buddha. And our guest speaker will be Reverend Dr. Nobuo Haneda, who is the director of Mayada Center of Buddhism. We have several study sessions. The first is What is the Jodo Shinshu teaching? This is on Wednesday from 7 to 8. And the last session is on March the 22nd, which is led by Reverend Takata. The next one is, this is in person only, and the theme is What is the Pure Land? Last session is March the 23rd from 7 to 8:30 p.m., and this is led by Reverend Mas Kodani, who is Minister Emeritus from the Buddhist Churches of America. Next is What is the Jodo Shinshu teaching? This is on Saturday from 11 to 12 via Zoom, and the first session starts on April the 8th, led by Reverend Takata, and the suggested donation for registration is $50. Then the same class is also offered on Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m., also via Zoom. And the first session is on April the 26th. This is also led by Reverend Takata. Then we have Buddhism Beyond Mindfulness. It's on Saturday, April the 15th from 10:30 to 11:30 via Zoom. And this is led by Reverend Umezu. Now, next month, we will be starting our what's called Dharma Cafe. This is from noon to 2 p.m. It's every second and fourth Sundays. And we're going to set up tables and light refreshments in front of the temple so you could just hang out, chill, talk to friends, and just relax after service. Next, there's a red carpet film premiere and dinner, which is provided by Aze. It's called A Profound Silence. And the Gardena Buddhist Church Ichimi is presenting this. It's at the Gardena Buddhist Church, Sunday, April the 2nd at 4 p.m. Suggested donation is $30 per person. And if you are interested, please contact via email ichimi, which is ichimi.gbc@gmail.com. And then finally, on April the 22nd, Southern District BEC seminar from 1 to 3 p.m. And it's entitled Bonodori, a uniquely Japanese American tradition. If you'd like to go and attend the potluck, that's going to be happening at noon. And this is at Senshin Buddhist Temple. So all of these are on our website at WLABT.org, so you could look at all the flyers at your leisure. So with this, that concludes our service for today. Thank you all for attending. And for those of you viewing via Zoom, we invite you to come in person next time because we would love to see you. So Sensei, I can call on you.
Thank you for coming today. And we have a refreshment at the meeting room behind this temple. Please, Oshoko. Thank you.